Hey guys, welcome back to the Megaman X playthrough.
Sorry. A little bit of gaseous buildup there.
Oh, so delicious. So this is with Rez and What the Fanu. And
That's me.
We're playing Megaman X, and I don't know what stage to pick because I forgot what comes after Chili Penguin.
Eeny, meeny, miny, you.
Yeah, that works. Oh my god. I actually just did a video with the Richado show. I don't know if you know him, but he's on the Hidden
That
Block
guy.
forums. Yeah, he's cool. And he actually had me make an appearance on one of his episodes because we were doing a whole like video game music, and Rez is the whole video game music thing.
Ah, cool.
And I forgot where I was going with this. Yes, Storm Eagle. He had us all like pick out one of our favorite tunage from different games, and I said like my all-time favorite music is Storm Eagle. It was a little bit because I was put on the spot, and a little bit because I love this song.
Leap
I mean,
of
you
faith.
can just hear it in the background. It's amazing.
Nice. Well, you can hear it. I'm not picking up anything over Skype.
Okay. Pull up YouTube.
I can imagine.
use your imagination.
This is the greatest song in the world. Yeah.
Oh man, I love the Tenacious D. I don't want to.
Nice save.
I did it! Yeah, I feel special. This is like this level.
And there was
is-
much rejoicing. Yay.
This level is like one of my favorite levels ever because it's Mega Man X and it's awesome. But that intro part is always just. I always have like a mini heart attack just climbing up that first entrance.
There's always that one part in every game that drives you absolutely crazy. Every time you go to it, you love it, but it drives you crazy.
What's one for you?
Oh, you know, it's not so much anymore, but one that always gave me trouble when I was a kid. I don't know if you've ever played Aladdin on the Super Nintendo.
God, I love that game.
Well, you remember the Cave of Wonder sequence where you're escaping on the carpet?
Yeah.
Oh, that drove me nuts.
Yeah.
I would die so many times, which is weird because today I can get through it no problem.
Old school Capcom games were difficult like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this one.
Yep.
And the ones I'm playing right now.
Yes. Speaking of which, did you see the spiritual successor to Mega Man being kickstarted?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually mentioned that in episode 2. I've already donated.
Oh, that's cool.
That already broke its goal, if I
Yeah.
think about it.
Dude, Kickstarter's an amazing thing. So many
It
good
is.
ideas, so many good games.
There's a lot of... I had this conversation with Hidden in the Truth, one of the other guys at Team Pizza. We're thinking about kickstarting a game in the future after the one we're working on right now,
Yeah.
just to kind of expand our scope a little bit. But I wanted to be clear about this with him. I only wanted to kickstart one game. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those guys that goes back to the trough a second time without proving we can be trusted with the money.
Yeah.
It's also called Kickstarter. You get your start there.
Yeah.
Past that, it's beyond that, it's up to you.
Yeah. I love Kickstarter, and I've seen a lot of companies do a lot of good things. And like it surprised me when I am going to brutalize his name. So I'm not even going to try
Inafune.
it. Yes, him. When he came, because I was like, dude, you work for Capcom. Do you really need this? Like,
Well, it's weird. You're seeing a lot of Japanese developers, because there's also Project Phoenix that's going on right now. That ends in like a week.
oh, yeah.
And that's got a lot of top-tier talent as well. Like, Nobuo Uematsu is on that team. The
That's
guy who worked for Square Enix, the guy who composed Final Fantasy, is doing an indie title. And
Yup.
it's like, what has happened in the world?
I guess indie is just completely the way to go now, as compared to just what the hipsters like.
There are a lot of... There's a lot of angles to this, like things you have to consider. Like, I don't want to get into my position on Japanese games and the state of them right now because I know I'm going to get chewed out for it, but
Yeah.
I think the fact that so many of these guys are coming over to the other side is kind of proof enough that they see it as a better business model at this point.
Which I think is great.
Yeah.
Complete side note from what we were talking about. This boss battle, like that little opening
it's
thing.
outside.
Yeah, the little opening thing where you blow up the plane that you're on, and it's just still ascending into the sky. Like, I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
And then he just flies down like, well, you got me out of bed. Now I have to kick your ass.
Mm-hmm. And spit his children at us, because that's
Well,
what
of course,
eagles do.
he's a bird. Video game birds always have to do that.
I always wonder what's going on inside, like, the bowels of characters like this and Yoshi. Like, how did they... There's so many children, just...
I think the completionist said it best in his review of Banjo-Kazooie. Whose babies are these?
Two of my favorite things ever combined. Banjo-Kazooie and the completionist.
You know, it's weird. At first, I didn't really get his sense of humor, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, so he's one of those guys you have to watch for a while before you really understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw like one or two of his episodes, and he was kind of down there on my list of what I absolutely have to watch on YouTube. But,
yeah.
Like, oh, this too. Just like, oh, cool, you killed the boss, and now you're going to drop an entire plane on innocent people below. No big deal. Whatever.
Whoopsies.
I can teleport out of here. I'm good. Yeah.
It's like the substantive version of the ending of 04.
What was that?
It's like the substantive version of the ending of Mega Man 04.
I don't think I've ever played Megaman 04.
Yeah. I've seen it. It's... speaking of our favorite video game music ever, Falling Down is the name of the tune that plays during the final boss fight in 04, and that's a good boss theme. That's one that just gets you pumped.
So, I feel derpy. What is 04?
Basically, the Zero series is the whole story behind Zero in the first place. I don't know if you watch Did You Know Gaming, but...
Yes.
Okay, they did a whole bit about how Keiji Inafune wanted to design his own Mega Man, because the original Mega Man design was based off of designs from, Akira Toriyama, I think his name is. He designed Astro Boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, wow, I didn't even really notice that.
Yeah, I was highly inspired by those kinds of designs. And so he wanted to design his own character, and he saw an opportunity to do that when they moved the series to the Super Nintendo. But his design wasn't X, it was Zero.
Nice.
But he knew that this change in design would really put a lot of people off. So they decided to create X and have Zero be a side character. He eventually got his wish, though, when the Zero series was released and Zero was the main character. So that's where that series came from.
Oh, wow. Well,
it kind of follows what happens to Zero. Oh, jeez. Now I'm getting into the chronology.
The whole story of Mega Man.
I have to think.
It's really funny. I know there's all this intense story to Mega Man. I have a lot of friends who, like, obsess over Mega Man more so than I do, which is saying something. And, like... I remember they were telling me the story, and I'm like, Mega Man has a story? I thought you just run and shoot and go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. But I think, actually, once I get this... Nope, I'm going to stop right now. I'm just going to do a little dance and end this episode, because that guy can't get me, and he wants me, and
I'll give
he
you a
can't
beat.
have me. Yep. And I'm super excited, because I already got the Zero Blaster,
End
which means...
episode.